All right, ain't no place like low place. Late night, nearly 2 a.m. here. Let me check my audio and we get going on my topic. All right, ain't no place. And I like that audio, so let me pause the video on the YouTube and get back to the conversation with whoever's willing to join and talk a little bit boxing. Uh, Late night here on May the 8th, 2 a.m. Central Time. Okay, down south with low place. All right, so my title is Austin Trout, 154-pound Negro League Hall of Famer. Got a lot of people trolling on this comment that I made about Austin Trout. I just felt like if there's any fighter that we know exactly what he is today, and we would want to know that about all fighters. You know, a lot of these guys, even if they're on the pound for pound list, we have to guess and find out what they are. We have to wait until Gennady Golovkin was 35 years old to actually know what he was. I think there's other guys out there, Lomachenko. I like Lomachenko's skill set, but I don't know exactly what he is now because he used a little politics to make it easier on himself. Some guys don't have the right to do that. Some guys don't have the right way to do that. And Austin Trout would be that guy. But, it's a saying I say. It may be common to, I don't know. I felt like I made it up. I heard nobody else saying it. But Austin Trout went into the Lion's Den. The first time that he got a shot, he went into the Lion's Den and he came out with the lion skin. He wasn't supposed to beat Miguel Cotto. In Madison Square Garden, Puerto Ricans all throughout the building. Miguel Cotto's basically homecoming type fight. All right. That's his territory. New York, that's his territory. Trout goes in there, takes the victory from him. And he doesn't half step and try not to do nothing. He's right in the ring with Canelo right away. And what does he do again? He goes into the Lion Den in Texas. I mean, right in Texas. And we already know Texas isn't known for great judges, great refereeing. That's not what they're known for in the sport of boxing. So he's going in the Golden Boy's teeth. He was a Golden Boy fighter at the time, but still, he's not the Canelo Golden Boy fighter. He's not the Golden Boy of the Golden Boy promotions, right? And not only Texas, he goes into San Antonio, Texas. He's in the Alamo Dome. He's down there. You know what I'm saying? He in the Latino heaven. That's where he at. Fights him close. Horrible scorecards, open scoring, a ridiculous night for the sport of boxing. Canelo Alvarez, from that point on, is looked at with a side eye still to this day of what he does on the scorecard. If you felt Trout lost by a round, 2 rounds, or won by a round, got a draw, won by 2 rounds, you believe like most. But if you looked at the scorecards and, saw the open scoring that they had where Canelo basically hadn't lost a round almost, it was a joke. And that's, to me, that's made him everything he is. I respect him as a fighter. Now, best win gonna be Cotto probably to the day he retires. Is he past it right now? Maybe so. Jared Hurd put a number on him in a fight of the year type of fight. Jared Hurd came back and did damage to Austin Trout. But like I said, boxing to me, it's not about false accolades. It's not about headlines. It's not about what ESPN might write about you, trying to push an agenda. Boxing to me is about facing the best competition. Always seeing if you can be the best. Always, always, always. And if you're not in a deep weight class, for Austin Trout, this is the only thing that that he couldn't control that was in his favor. He's in a deep weight classes, and deep weight classes will forever do more for me than ones that aren't. All right. If you're a fighter and your weight class isn't top caliber, I just feel like you just need to find a new place to be. Because you're going to find somebody else outshining you, somebody else outdoing you, and hopefully you want to get in this to always be the guy, to try to be the guy. So if one thing went well in his career, the weight class it ain't always been deep, but it's gotten much deeper now. It was okay. Canelo, Cotto, Mayweather at times, Lara. Okay. And that, speaking of Lara, his worst night as a professional fighter, besides the Hurd fight. His Hurd ended in a knockout. Even though he won several rounds, Hurd ended in a knockout. But the Lara fight, some people don't feel he won a round. It was a tough fight. It was hard to watch. It was, Trout has never been in a fight, a top level fight like that one was, that bored me. Besides that, it was just tough to deal with Lara. I know how it is. And Lara just sticking that lead out there and, just giving him all kind of problems. Dropped him, had his legs going everywhere. Tough night. But still, I know who you are as a fighter. That's my ultimate goal, to see all these top fighters tell us who they are, so we can quit acting like we know more than the next man. We got the intel. It doesn't matter if this guy used politics. It didn't matter if the scorecards cheated for him. He's God. No, 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 no. My ultimate goal for us in the YTBC would have everybody having a resume like Austin Trout. Look at the names. Look at the names, people. Cotto, Alvarez, Lara, 3 fights in a row. 3 fights in a row. And somebody would say, well, he's 1-2 in those fights. And I'm like, dude, somebody got to lose a great fight. Somebody got to lose when the best of the best are fighting. And the only one that you can say he truly lost, okay, Lara. Now if it was just flat out he lost 1-2, he lost, he didn't look good. He got beat up. I wouldn't be praising him like this today, but this has been the story of his career. He ain't never been a fight where he just got dogged out, except the Lara fight. I mean, he fights Charlo, nearly a year layoff. People are saying, yo, Trout's done. Joey Hernandez just dropped him on Fox Sports 1 PBC. You know what I mean? He's done. He's getting dropped and this and that. He comes out, him and Charlo put on what may have been the fight of the year in 2016, or at least one of the top fights. He is schooling Charlo. He exposes that Charlo has a lot of problems with southpaws. And then he also exposed that Charlo got a lot of damn dog in him, and you ain't just finna walk up out of no ring with his title. Like, he not going for that. I just seen 2. It was a Negro Leagues Classic. It was a startup of the Negro Leagues, just about. It may have been. I don't know exactly when I start saying 154-pound Negro Leagues, but Austin Trout will help create it in 2 different ways. Him and Lara scared they scared Canelo crapless. Okay, they scared him. He didn't want to fight anymore. That Charlo, Andre, none of that. He didn't want to do that no more after those 2 fights. It was easier things to do, easier way to keep his money flowing, keep people believing that he's the best in the world, regardless of what he's doing, to show you he's not trying to fight the best. Until he can get a big paycheck, that is. And even then, it may not be the best. It may just be the most hyped Gennady Golovkin. Gennady's pretty good, though. He's not great, but he's a pretty good fighter. I mean, he's just not a special athlete. He's a good fighter, but not a special athlete. So yeah, like the Charlo fight showed me a lot about Trout. Going into the Hurd fight, people are flat out that, look, once again, he fights Charlo. Next thing you know, he's in the ring with Hurd. All right. He ain't taking no breaks. It ain't been no break. It ain't been, when no quick tune-up here. Nah. Put me in the ring with Jarrett Hurd for Jarrett Hurd's IBF title. He's winning every single round. It's like, yo, Trout finna win his first world title. See, you don't even realize Trout's never even won a world title because he's been fighting at a good pace and at a good level for so long. And you just like, dang, like he never won. No, he didn't. But to me, he's more accomplished than some of your favorite fighters. Like, I just would trade his career. Like, yo, as a fan and being entertained, I would trade this dude's career and all he's done for us personally. That's just my personal preference. Like, good fights mean so much more to me than just saying, oh, the guy's 4-division world champion. I mean, honestly, what would you rather have? And I don't want to pick on Mikey Garcia, but you'd rather have the easy career of Mikey Garcia, the predictable career, and then the fight that was predictable that he had no chance of winning and exposing himself? Or would you just want to go into it like, that's competitive. This is a great night. Austin Trout, Jarrett Hurd, Throw him in there. Let's see what's gonna happen. Austin Trout, Canelo Alvarez, Austin Trout, Eris Landy. Like, I'd much rather have Trouts. Like the dude has some, and I'm not talking about. Don't think of journeyman when I say this. Think of people who have been competitive at the high level. Like literally could have won fights, may have been winning round after round and slipped away. Austin Trout got the best resume, one of the best resumes from that level of fighter on up of active fighters today. It's impeccable, bro. What the dude that can say, I fought twin world champions. Not too many people can say that. You know what I'm saying? I fought a unified world titleist. I fought two different unified world titleists. Alvarez is unified 160. Jared Hurd is unified 154. And I mean, it's just a list of potential Hall of Famers that this dude, Cotto, Hall of Famer, Canelo, potential Hall of Famer, Lara, potential Hall of Famer, Hurd, potential Hall of Famer, both Charlos, potential Hall of Famers. Like they're still in their primes. And this dude can say, like, okay, 3 out of the what names? No. Actually, 4 out of the 6 names I believe there is. Let's count the names: Cotto, Canelo, Lara, Hurd, both Charlos. That'd be 6. 4 of those fighters are still in their prime. Alvarez still in his prime. Hurd still in his prime. Charlo's still in their prime. And he's already boxed them. Like, that's crazy. If you look at how today is set up, you just tell me a guy that that's fought like 4 undefeated or could be undefeated prime world champions. That's dope. That's dope. So when I say Hall of Famer to me, it's because he's doing, not because he's getting the victories, because he's just doing what you guys are. Some of these boxers out here are scared to do, and what most of their fans won't encourage them to do. They'll tell them, "Hey, so and so's not doing it. Why should he do it?" Austin Trout's not been that guy on so and so's not doing. He's went out there and he's put the work in. He's took the L. He's took a W. You know what I mean? He's still fighting today. I don't think he's retired just yet. But I will say his second fight with the Jamel Charlo fight, it sort of looked like he was a little less interested than before in other fights, and he kind of lost that one convincingly to me. And to me, I didn't feel like he tried as much as with Jamal. And maybe that Hurd fight was a brutal fight. That's kind of when you start needing walking away, and it's to say I did all I could do. Y'all gotta appreciate me, and Low Place appreciates it. So I'm here speaking on it. I was, a lot of people. I've been on a clown show here recently, and I shouldn't even click the link and went, but I've been on a clown hangout here recently, and some of the, a person on it don't know the damn sport. Okay, just as biased as it can get, tries to act like they don't, but it's flat out biased as it can get. Can't go on other platforms because they likely get ran out the building. All right, just the truth. Get ran out the building with nonsensible ideas, just ridiculous sayings, just ridiculous things that people aren't going to stand for. The only reason it's stood for on their platform because at any time they can mute your microphone and say, "Okay, this is my platform," type deal. Okay, so I've been on that platform and this was brought up to me and I was like, yo, yeah, he is like a Trout. He's been in there. And I was told you're praising losing. No, I'm praising competitive fights. I don't care about wins and you just got to do it. When Gennady Golovkin lost and Jim Lampley came to us and said he's a failure if he loses tonight. He was a failure because he never tested himself, because all the hype around him failed right then and there. You know what I mean? He never got that test. You never got a win, and you never got it clearly. So there are times where a loss can't be praised, but then there are other times where a guy just sticks his neck out there over and over again. He's fighting the best over and over again. He's in these fights. These guys are some of the best fighters in the world he's fighting, and it's like, yo, you just got to respect that. Like, that's what I appreciate in the sport. I'm not fond of claims of undisputed that don't have names any better. Like, what? Okay, not picking on Terrence Crawford, but he's an example. What name on his undisputed streak is better than the name of Miguel Cotto? Saul Canelo Alvarez, Erislandy Lara, Jared Hurd, either Charlo. Nothing there is better, and I'm not going to overlook that. I'm not going to overlook that. I don't know this sport to sit back and play stupid for people who want me to play stupid. I know this sport to talk this sport. All right. So the more Austin Trouts we get, and the better we are. The better we are. The more we praise people that go out here for legacy and take these tough fights, and the better position we are. All right. We need to let fighters know. Need to let fighters know that we're not going to stand for you, taking credit off stuff that we know you can do. We're not gonna do it. It's other guys out there that I'd rather watch that person lose in a tough fight, or you know, however you want to put it. I'd rather be a part of tough fights and praising people that may have 2 losses on the pound for. They'll be on my pound for pound list before you will with your O. And I'm talking about an O that basically meaningless. Meaningless. So many meaningless O's out here. And you still don't know who the fighter is. All you know about the fighter is he's undefeated. What's gonna happen? He come up against a Charlo though. What's gonna happen if he come up against a Lara? That basically a question mark. Dudes out here 23 and question mark, not 23 and 0, not 37 and 0, not 33 and 0. They 33 and question mark. And they sitting there sometimes struggling with fighters they shouldn't be struggling with that question mark attached to their resume. So salute to Austin Trout. Knew it wouldn't be popular. Knew it wouldn't be, because why? We boxing fans are dumb. Boxing fans complain about not getting the best fights, and then when they get competitive fights, like, what was that? What was that? He didn't beat anybody. Like, are you kidding me? But yeah, man, just a tribute to Austin Trout. Definitely 154-pound Negro League Hall of Famer to me. And we got a Negro League unified title fight this Saturday that I am looking forward to. I just watched earlier today the Fox head-to-head with face-to-face with Jared Hurd and J-Rock Williams, Julian Williams. They shot that back in February, I think, sometime March, somewhere like that. But I went back and watched it today. My Fox wouldn't connect to my TV provider, so I only got to watch until the first commercial break, but it was pretty interesting. And I believe that fight is a toss-up fight. Julian Williams has to do a lot of things right, but he is a fighter. Man, they said some beautiful things. I don't want to touch on it, but it's another video. They said some beautiful things in there. That's going to be a good fight. I'm telling y'all, man. The Negro Leagues is definitely the division of the decade for me. They've made so many good fights. They formed a unified champion. They got a couple, Trout was fight of the year with to me, possible fight of the year with Hurd and Charlo. Both Charlos potentially had one of the best knockouts of the year when Charlo KO'd what's his name? J-Rock Williams, then his brother KO'd Erickson Lubin. You got Tony Harrison, the upset of Jamel after losing a couple fights itself. You got Jared Hurd, who's basically beat 3 champions at the division and only has 2 belts because he hasn't got to get to Tony Harrison yet. You got, like I said, you got Cotto Trout happened. You got, I believe, Cotto Mayweather happened in this decade. I believe, like Canelo's fights with Trout and Lara and Mayweather's is the division of the decade. I'm telling you, 154. Although you may not look and see money in it, if that's what you're looking for, then get your I just smacked the. You understand me? Like, I just smacked the. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say what because YouTube would take that the wrong. But I just, you understand me? I just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. Like, it's just the division of the decade. So I'm looking forward to Hurd and Williams. I believe they on live Fox too. I believe Fox too. Ooh, dang, that's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a good man. That's like 3 days. That's gonna be a good fight. Maybe Jared Hurd misses weight. What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Maybe Jared Hurd's just like, man, I'm just a big body, boy. I'm a big body. But anyway, want to get out of here. I'm gonna get in the bed. It's like 2:10 over here. Didn't want to be live too long. Um, give some people some content to listen to. I'm pretty sure a few people will come in overnight like, what are you talking about? Oh, he does this loses, but if Triple G loses one fight, you call him everything. I'm like, dude, Triple G ain't fought like 8 different people, bro. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get it in. Like, he ain't never went into the Lions Den. Like I said, Trout went into the Lions Den repeatedly, bro. Repeatedly. All right. It just, it is what it is. He's a good fighter, man. Good fighter. Good fighter. Good fighter. Wish we get more like that. And he can box too. Can box. One of the better southpaws we got in boxing, or we've had, maybe last 5 years. One of the best ones. Just so happened he fought competition that can put L's on any person resume any given night, where some people have fought people that really ain't gonna put an L on nobody resume that's more than a B+ level fighter. Right? And they get all this credit in the world. Y'all rethink boxing. Rethink boxing. We can take it to a better place. All right. Appreciate those that are listening. Those that will listen, please hit the thumbs up button. Support the content. You can share this video with your friends on social media all throughout the World Wide Web and all through social media and your social media groups. I greatly appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon to get notifications the next time that I go live. Until next time, ain't no place like low place, and I'm out.